Earning health is a priority that one should always focus on. I lost weight and I used to get a lot of attention in the dating space. I don't have a sob story, but if you're hiding somewhere with like a DP of an asshole on your profile, then I don't think you deserve me to think about you after that. Over the years, I mean, I remember in the 90s it used to be very exciting, and even the quality of people who would come to the pageants was more sensible, if I'm not like kind of whatever, but it was more real. Okay. It was more organic. That's what I think connected, and over a period of time that has got diluted. Unfortunately, influencers and the Bollywood stars have taken up all their work. Like, you have them being showstoppers and you have them endorsing products, which is okay, but that is killing the modeling and the fashion industry.
Are there any point of time in your life where you have had creative blockages?
Yeah, I recently did actually. That's why this year I didn't even do my calendar because I didn't know what to do.
The very few of those people, they think that you edit your pictures a lot and you make body shots of people. You make them look like Greek gods.
So editing as such, it's not about deception. It's about enhancement. And most of them are doing extremely well in the industry. And these are the ones who are probably jerking off to their pictures. Nowadays, like, anybody gets up and says, I'm a model.
Yeah.
And that's a little funny, isn't it? Like,
every other Instagrammer has got them.
Yeah, like I'm a fitness model, or I'm a this beauty influencer, and I mean, like, what the hell is going on? People who are working very well in the industry, they are moving around in luxury cars, and they are spending like lakhs on their other aspects of probably hanging out and going for a vacation. And when they call up a photographer, or it could be even a stylist, a makeup artist, or a videographer, or anyone for a collaboration, and that's extremely tragic because you are expecting somebody to work for you for free, whereas you're going to actually probably land up making money out of it. It's very sad. Honestly, it's very sad because we are putting in our time, effort, our thoughts behind it, and every artist should get paid for at least the efforts that they're putting towards creating something with you. At Lokhandwala, you'll only find people like wearing those tight t-shirts and trying to be like, hey, listen, I'm sitting here, get me some freaking work. Every second person is coming up with a pageant.
Hello, I'm Viraj Babbar and you are watching Beyond Boundaries, my podcast. Up in here, we have had an insightful conversation and I feel lucky to call him one of my friends. And it's very rare when I use this word friend. He's been one of my support system in Mumbai. He's one of the most renowned photographer of the industry. He's a great director, great writer, and moreover, a great human being. He's been there through all the thick and thins of not just me, but a lot of models up in there. I hope you would love this conversation as much as I did. This conversation is with none other than Amit Khanna. Please watch it and let me know how was it. I'm supposed to start this conversation with like at least 4 or 5 hellos. I'll say that. I'll say 4 hellos first and then I'll tell you the reason behind it, okay? Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
This is a lame joke that the first one was for the director Amit Khanna, the second one was for the writer Amit Khanna, the third one was for the photographer Amit Khanna, the fourth one was for the actor Amit Khanna. Am I supposed to say you another hi for the model Amit Khanna that's upcoming?
No, that's cool because I'm not getting into that profession.
Okay, because I think that you can give these models a run for money then. No.
They anyways get paid very less, yeah. Let it be. Let it be.
So, how are things with you?
Very good.
Congratulations on your amazing transformation. Not
Thank
just
you.
physically, it's like I can see you living a healthy lifestyle and I feel very, very good when I see you living with such discipline and consistency.
Thank you.
What's happening?
Well, not much. Usual stuff going on, shoots, writing, and just having fun.
What's keeping you busy these days? Nothing? There must be something coming up, right?
Yeah, but then whenever it happens, it'll happen then. Right now, just the daily routine, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so what's your daily routine is like? I
My
mean, what
daily
do you-
routine is like honestly waking up at around probably 8:30,
Yeah.
then doing my daily course, and then going to the gym, and then probably getting to work by around 1 2.
Okay. So, how is this new lifestyle per se, if I'm not wrong, uh, better or more time taking than your old lifestyle? What do you
No, it's
think?
not more time taking for sure. It's better for me. It's worked for me, and I'm glad that eventually I could crack a code which took me almost like 40 years to do.
Also, like, I'm really grateful that you have not become one of those people who have transformed themselves and like just putting inspirational quotes on their photos every now and then. So I'm like really glad that that does not happen. That did not happen. But having said that, your transformation is quite amazing. Do you think that there has been some takeaways from your transformation? Do you think?
Well, see, honestly, firstly, to talk about the first part that you spoke, so my perspective on people, honestly putting up transformational quotes on a transformation that they've achieved probably is not entirely wrong. I don't do that because many times I don't have a quote, maybe. But the thing is that I do put up my working out videos and also about the food that I'm eating. And initially, I used to think that maybe it's a bit much and I shouldn't be doing it and not be so pompous about my transformation. But I did realize the fact that there were a lot of people getting inspired by it. And I was not trying to put myself out there for people to think how great I am, but it was solely for the purpose of inspiring them and for them to realize that, you also can do it if I can, because I know how I was in terms of physicality. And it kind of, if I would have seen someone, transforming, I would have been motivated. So that's what I keep in mind. And obviously, I'm very grateful to everyone who's guided me in this entire journey of losing weight and supported me uh, to be there, because without them, it wouldn't have been possible. And because I've made several attempts to lose weight all my life,
Okay.
and I have failed a lot of times. There are countless number of times, honestly. And finally, it's happened because I think that I made up my mind to become a stronger person rather than someone to lose weight. So losing weight was a byproduct of wanting to become stronger, wanting to learn new skills, and wanting to eat correctly rather than going on those crazy crash diets. And everyone who guided me through this, my coaches, were very aligned in their thought process, and they were very clear about going the right way. So I'm glad that that eventually happened.
But then you told me that you have tried a lot of times before in your life
Yes.
to lose weight. What went right this time, or what went wrong in those times?
So what went right here was I was eating a lot of food. My macros was correct. That is, my protein, fat, and carb intake was appropriate. I was not giving up on anything. The life that I lead as a photographer, writer, and director was not getting hampered because of a diet or a workout schedule. And this is something that I can do for the rest of my life. I enjoyed this process. Losing this was actually a lot of fun. I did not think of fitness as a punishment here. I actually thought of that, as a journey of becoming a better version of yourself, becoming a healthier version, and avoiding a lot of health-related problems. Because after a certain age, it becomes difficult. And I was never like, आज diet कर रहा हूँ और कल से मैं ये खा लूँगा. That was not there in my mind. I eat mostly everything. Like I eat cakes and I eat, and there are days when I drink and I choose those days, and I don't advocate it, but at the same time, that does not make me fat in a day. So I know my boundaries. I've understood that how to make things work for you and what to do if you've kind of screwed up.
Like you have a better relationship with food now, basically.
Yeah, I would say that.
I cannot like completely resonate with you because I was a skinny fat person as well. And one thing that I have learned, I have no idea if that's true for you or not, that motivation is very overrated, and discipline and consistency makes you lead a fit lifestyle.
That's
So,
true.
uh,
Discipline is the most important aspect, and consistency as well. Because what you are working out probably now on, you see the results of it probably a few months down the line. And discipline is not only an important aspect in fitness, but in your life in general. discipline is very important.
And so, with this, how do you say, the perception of society that they have now about looks, you have started looking better in their senses since you have lost weight. I think that you were handsome since ever, but
How
then,
sweet, thank you.
but then once you have lost weight, you started looking better in those terms. So, do you think that people have started treating you in a better way?
I don't know if people have started treating me in a better way. I was always treated correctly, and if nobody treated me correctly, I made them treat me correctly.
That I know.
However, I think that the people who I care about and who genuinely care for me have honestly developed more respect for me because of the fact that I've lost weight, and I appreciate it because they do appreciate the fact that I've achieved something for my own self. In walks of life, we have things that we do like work and create art or do a job, and that we do to earn money. But I think earning health is a priority that one should always focus on, and I eventually did it, and I realized the importance of it, and I think I deserve that respect because I worked really hard to understand it, maybe very later in the day, but it's never too late actually to get onto the right path, and I appreciate their respect towards me. In terms of appearance, I used to feel bad when I lost weight, and I used to get a lot of attention in the dating space. People who used to just think of me to be a friend, wanted to go a step further, I would land up judging them. But now I don't judge them because I think it's fair, because everybody has a certain idea of the person they want to maybe hook up with or be with, and maybe I didn't fit into that criteria then, but it'll be very harsh of me to call them silly if they kind of think that I appeal to them now. But I have always loved myself, even when I was plus size or even now.
Were you bullied in the past when you
No,
were
I didn't let anybody bully me. I mean, I don't have a sob story to tell because I
there
think.
goes my views.
But I didn't have one. I genuinely didn't. Because I think of the upbringing that I got, of the friends that were around me when I was much younger, and because of my teachers in school, I never felt that I don't belong to a certain space. However, obviously, again, like things that happen in your teenage about attraction and about dating, about even the physical interactions that you have with people were far lesser. But I understand them now. Back then, it didn't really bother me that much.
So we live in a generation where social media is a big thing for us. So I think you must have gotten trolled online because obviously you do not have time to like reply to each and every of the troller. So did you deal with it? And were you lucky enough that you never got?
No, I actually didn't. But yeah, I remember that I'd done this gig, and a lot of people had a lot of issue with my weight, and I was on a shoot, and people, instead of commenting on the people who I was shooting, were commenting on probably the male boobs that I had, or the way that I was dressed, and certain mannerisms that didn't appeal to them, or they didn't think that is normal. But they didn't really bother because I don't even know who they were, and half these trollers, they don't even have a face, because I don't think that they can show their face to anyone, firstly. Secondly, the thing is that there are a bunch of people who are frustrated in their life, and the only way they can feel better is to put someone down, and they don't even exist, honestly. I do get affected when my art is criticized, but I don't get affected when my appearance is criticized. I don't really care because firstly, I at least have the guts to put myself out there. These people who are hiding somewhere and who have multiple accounts and who are frustrated to a certain extent, they don't even have a face to show. So if somebody comes to me face to face, then I respect that. But if you're hiding somewhere with like a DP of an asshole on your profile, then I don't think you deserve me to think about you after that.
Doesn't it make you curious someday that what if one of those trollers are someone I personally know and I personally interact with them on a daily basis?
Then they don't deserve my interactions either. I mean, I don't give it a thought. I don't say that, "Arey, ye to wo hi hoga."
Like,
वो नहीं है.
are surrounded with people who are a little jealous of your growth?
Yeah, there are everybody, many people. There are many people who might be jealous of me, but it's fair because even I might be jealous of many other people. But it depends on how I'm taking that jealousy. Is it like, without sounding too morbid, there is a desire to do better than somebody, then that makes it worthwhile. However, if you feel that, you know, अरे इसने वेट लूज किया है तो इसने कुछ ओलंपिक लिया होगा या ऐसे कुछ किया होगा, then that's silly. Those are the people who look for shortcuts in their life and they think everything is available because of a shortcut, and I don't include them in my world. My world is something which is mine, and I only include those people who make sense in it. And I mean, obviously there are some gate crashers, if you want to put them as that, but then they might enter sometimes, but most of the times I keep them out of it.
So you just said that you do not, it affects you when someone criticizes your work.
Absolutely.
Do you take it in a good sense when someone criticizes?
It depends from where it's coming.
Okay.
There is something called, genuine critical feedback, and there's something arising out of jealousy or incapability on their side to produce something that I am. So I have been able to figure out the difference, but I take notes of, what people are saying, and it's fair because we all are learning at the end of the day. I'm not saying that I'm the best person and I create the best pictures and all of that. Obviously, there are so many people who are doing better work than me that inspire me, but you know it. When somebody is just saying it for the heck of it or just out of insecurity, and you know it when somebody genuinely is trying to tell you that, listen, this was something that you attempted and it didn't really work, and then you can introspect about why it didn't. But you can only remain sane if you know that who is being genuine and who is not.
Did this physical transformation into a healthy lifestyle helped you improve your work?
No.
No?
So I was not lazy with my work. I wasn't someone who would want to sleep and not get up in the morning for a shoot. That was never the case. So my physical transformation makes me feel better about myself and about everything else, and it could also include my work. But my work will always get better than what it was in the previous year. That's my attempt, and I'm trying constantly for that. But the physical transformation has nothing to do with it.
So I genuinely wanted to start the conversation over the most recent achievement of yours, what I believe is your physical transformation.
Okay.
And also, now I would like to shift the, divert to your professional aspect. And
Sure.
that too, you are like so talented, you direct, you write, you act as well.
By default. I didn't want to.
Yeah, so I would want to cover all of those things. Firstly, I want to ask you, you're such a great photographer. You are known to be a great photographer.
Sure.
If anyone thinks of Amit Khanna, the first thing that pops out in their mind is that he's a great photographer.
Sure.
But since I know you personally, I've known that you are more inclined towards writing and directing.
Yes.
So how do you manage both of these things?
So see, quite honestly, I wanted to always be a writer and director, and that's how I entered this industry. However, my first project as a writer-director did not work, and I had left my house by that time and was pretty much on my own. And photography used to be a hobby. I wasn't educated in that profession. However, with a lot of people coming by and telling me, especially one of my very close friends, she was telling me to take this up as a profession. And I don't know if I quite believed in myself back then, but I enjoyed it, so I thought, let's give it a shot. And fortunately, that took off, and it paid me really well. I was being appreciated by a lot of people. A lot of work came by, and I thought that, yeah, it's probably in the same stream of profession that I'm doing, because photography is actually creating frames, and the direction was also pretty similar. And I like to tell stories through my pictures that I click. I mean, wherever I get the opportunity to do that. And that's what I've been doing. So that's how it happened. But I like myself as a writer more. than anything else.
So you always strike me as a confident person, but do you think that that particular external validation that you got helped you become this great photographer?
Absolutely. I think we all look for validation and appreciation and support. Uh, I had to go through a lot of shit when I became a photographer because I just popped up from nowhere. But the people who I didn't know actually were the ones who were supporting me, and the people who I knew slightly were the ones who were trying to pull me down. But at any stage in our life, wherever we have reached, appreciation and external validation always helps us to kind of re-believe in ourselves. You never know what might motivate you and what comment might really, touch a chord. So I do believe that, it's very important. I love it when people repost my pictures and, send me sweet messages about it. I absolutely love it and I really appreciate it because they've taken out time to do that. And that makes me feel really good.
But then you've said that there were certain people who were affected by you coming into this industry.
Yes.
Were those people affected because you were a competition to them,
Absolutely.
or they were just affected because you were growing in your life?
They were affected because I was competition. I don't think they had anything personal to do with me. Probably for a very long time, people didn't even know how I looked. I think in the first 5 years, I never even put up a DP of mine anywhere on any FB or something. That time Instagram was not that happening. But it was solely because of profession. It was not because of anything else. I mean, I was working a lot.
Okay. So I've been always told this from people, certain people, not a lot, but a very few of those people. They think that you edit your pictures a lot and you make body shots of people, you make them look like Greek gods. And there's another fold to it. When they personally go to the client is mostly disappointed that this person doesn't look the way he looks in the picture.
So see, quite honestly, I know who these people are, but at the end of the day, a lot of people who have shot, who come to me for their portfolio are working, and they're working very well in the industry, and they're earning a lot of money as well. That's one. Secondly, I would just like to say that photography, like any form of art, is actually an expression of creativity, intent, and a picture that you click from your camera is just a raw image, but it's an artist who brings life to it. So editing as such, it's not about deception, it's about enhancement. And every picture that you see, be it in fashion, be it in fine art, or even in cinematic storytelling, has been through a process of refinement.
Yeah.
So one should actually think about how a picture is making you feel. Now, for example, telling a photographer that he edits too much, it's almost like telling a painter that he uses too much of color to paint, or telling a writer that he chooses his words carefully. Every photographer in the world or any artist in the world does use tools. It could be in a dark room or it could be digitally. And I just personally feel that one should think about how an image makes you feel. So if it draws you, if you think about it, if it lingers in your mind, that's the true purpose of photography. To all these people who have questions regarding my art, I would just like to say that I'm actually aligning with your thought process if you say that you don't like my work, because art is subjective. However, if it does not confirm your idea of what photography should be, then that's a very limited expression that they project on artists. Rather than focusing on how an image was created, one should focus on what it makes you feel, because I think that's where the essence of photography lies. And if you're just making these comments to spread rumors in the industry, I would just like to say that get a life, because all the models and actors who I have shot are doing extremely well. Most of them are doing extremely well in the industry, and these are the ones who are probably jerking off to their pictures. So, if it's excited you, and if you have really thought about meeting these people for whatever reasons that you have, at least thank me for giving you that moment of excitement. And talking about body shots, people's bodies keep changing, even you know that very well. Yeah. You can't have a six-pack all your life, but if you've made a body for a shoot, and if you made a figure for a shoot, and you can't keep up to that figure 3 months later, I would say it's absolutely fine, because if you're selected for a project of a similar type, you do get like 2-3 weeks to get back into shape, and I'm sure that they will be able to do that. It's all about lighting.
And also, with these body shots and everything, we try to dehydrate ourselves. We try to remove the excess water from our bodies and everything. We cannot stay dehydrated our entire lives. So obviously, we cannot look the same in the pictures. But having said that, I remember when we shot a lot of top shots from the industry, and a lot of who's who of the industries were in my DMs there that time. A lot of people have offered me work because of those pictures. So one thing that I have told people in my life is that the most amount of work I have gotten is with your pictures. So
yeah, and I didn't have to try how to make you look good. You look good. Now you can pay me later.
Yeah, sure. So you wanted to be a writer director. Are you working towards it to get some external validation again, so that you make your name as that writer director?
Sure. I mean, I just feel that I haven't honestly become as popular as a writer director that I wanted to be, and maybe
Section 377 made you very popular, to be honest.
it did. It did, but yeah, maybe it could have been better. I mean, there were a lot of things. I don't want to make excuses. Obviously, we were stringent on budgets. I didn't have, that many contacts to put it on a bigger platform. It's on YouTube. However, it reaches out to a lot of people. But what happens is, that because your finances are being taken care of by a certain profession, in this case being photography, you do feel like, ye kar leta hu. So it becomes like the back burner of what you really wanted to do. And I've been kind of battling that, that how do I kind of give my heart more time than my bank account.
So in this case, don't you think you are a little privileged that you have a profession that pays you well?
No, I've worked hard for it.
Obviously, I'm not saying that it came to you by chance, but obviously I've worked hard towards it. But then still your heart is towards to do something else, which you are equally talented at.
But people need to know that, no? So that is the thing. It's not reached out as yet. And I don't think that I'm privileged because I'm, because I'm in this profession. I think that I'm lucky or I'm blessed that I have the drive to, keep trying to upgrade myself, even in photography for that matter of fact. And I really hope that I get a chance where I can show my writing and direction talent to the people out there.
And also you have been part of a lot of pageants as well. So I'm talking about pageants back to back is because that I got my mark because of it.
Sure.
So you have been a part of a lot of pageants as well, different pageants.
Yes, I have.
How do you think about that? Is that industry in India growing? Is it
growing? Yeah, because I mean, every second person is coming up with a pageant, like where it does not even make sense. Honestly, I think that the essence of pageantry has got diluted over the years. I mean, I remember in the 90s it used to be very exciting, and even the quality of people who would come to the pageants was a little bit more sensible, if I'm not like kind of whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was more real. Okay. It was more organic, and that's what I think connected. And over a period of time, that has got diluted.
Do you think talent has degraded over time?
No, I don't. But I think opportunities have, because I just feel that how much we would celebrate our Mr. Indias and Miss Indias and supermodels in the 90s, we don't do that because, unfortunately, influencers and Bollywood stars have taken up all their work. Like you have them being showstoppers and you have them endorsing products, which is okay. But that is killing the modeling and the fashion industry.
So, do you think that there could have been a better way where they could have make the best of the both worlds?
I wish they could have. I didn't really think about it much because, it nowhere interferes with my scope of work. Okay. But I really wish that somebody would have thought about it, because I just feel that, as an audience, we are so curious to know more about Bollywood and, about influencers that the modeling industry kind of gets affected by it. And I don't know. I personally don't. I mean, I like fashion more than the other aspects that I spoke about. But I think that that's how the times are right now. And I sincerely hope that it changes. Because nowadays, like anybody gets up and says, I'm a model.
Yeah.
And that's a little funny, isn't it? Like,
Every other Instagrammer has got a model,
yeah, like I'm
model
a
in their
fitness
bio.
model,
Yeah.
or I'm a this beauty influencer, and I mean, like what the hell is going on? And because I come from a time when there was no social media, I really like find it damn funny. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I just laugh over it.
Do you think that the opportunities are less, or do you think the talent is excessive now? Because I
No.
think the latter.
Unfortunately, the talent is not excessive because people are not ready to work on themselves.
Okay.
I think that they lack individuality because you see the girls, they all look the same with every possible treatment done on their face,
Fair enough.
unfortunately. You have all the guys who are heavy on steroids and they've gone crazy in the gym. And again, I mean, getting a body has become maybe a little bit more easier by using all these things. And empathy, understanding, and genuine hard work is missing everywhere.
The human
In
side.
most of the cases. The ones where it's not are the ones who are probably doing well. But I think that, the youth is focusing more on looking a certain type than looking themselves and, bringing individual character to the table. I think that that's what is lacking. When you are raw, when you are not so done up, I think you're more relatable to a larger sense of people who don't have the money to spend on their bodies and faces as much as the others do, and that becomes you are a role model for them. You're just not a model, and it might sound very filmy, but that's the fact of it. Like you look at a Aishwarya Rai, you look at a Sushmita Sen, you look at a Milind Suman. They were so raw, but they had so much of personality. And back then, I don't think that our cosmetic industry had boomed
Advanced
so
so
much that they had done so much on themselves. They were beautiful and they were charming, and that's what is lacking now.
What is beauty for you?
Beauty for me, obviously, there is a certain sense of attraction that happens when you see somebody, but and I would not want to say that beauty is skin deep and sound like one pageant contestant here. But I actually honestly think that everybody has certain elements about them which are very appealing and which are very desirable in nature, even physically, when you see them physically. And obviously, I mean, the conversation and the personality of that person really makes a lot of difference. So I wouldn't say that somebody who's fair is very good looking, or somebody who's extremely dark is extremely good looking, or somebody tall. That becomes a very relative way of looking at it. But someone who thinks that they look good are the ones who look good.
I mean, you mean to say the confidence and
Not the confidence. It's when you love yourself, you automatically start looking good.
obviously, like before external validation, self-validation
Yeah,
is important.
that is very important. That's what people need to understand, that you might have a flaw, but that is you. That's your flaw. It's your thing.
So, when you write something, how do you portray that? How do you give a character its journey, the character growth journey?
So see, basically, what we've learned in writing is definitely that every character has to travel from point A to point B, and then anything that comes in between becomes conflict, becomes a reason for them to grow, to learn. So your character needs to do that. And I had learned this trick. Like for example, if at the start of my movie, Viraj wants to wear a blue t-shirt, by the end of the movie, he does not want to wear it. But why doesn't he want to wear it is what the character journey becomes. So these are what come by, what are their learnings, it's coming of age, and all these aspects are important in the characters that I write. I feel that there should be a journey that the character is taking, and that travel is what is more exciting than anything else. No?
Have you been educated from some place where you have learned?
No, I've learned
storywriting?
through YouTube mostly.
Everything.
Yeah.
But when did it happen that you wanted to start directing and writing?
So that happened. So basically, when I was 3, I used to do theatre. I started speaking in theatre, and that's probably the reason why I'm so dramatic. But I used to work with Rayal Padamsee and Salomi Roy Kapoor. and that's where a lot of my understanding of writing and of theatre happened. And I think by the age of 14 I was directing plays, and by the age of 18 I started doing short films and all of that. So yeah.
Have been there a challenge when you are writing something and you want a particular character to grow, but it is affecting your story or something like that? Have been there like challenges?
No.
When you're writing?
No, but then if I'm doing, if that is a challenge, that means there's something going wrong with the character, because it has to align with the story.
Okay. So what's the like most challenging thing that you have written? Has it like already released, or are you working on something?
Well, there's always something exciting to look forward to, but I think my first web series that I did was all about Section 377,
Yeah.
which actually was almost 9 years back, when same-gender sex was not legal in India. And to come up with a show back then that highlighted LGBTQIA in the correct way was challenging, and I felt pressurized at that point, because I wanted my characters to be stereotypical in nature. I mean, I wanted my gay characters to be loud and authoritative and feminine, because you can be all of that but still have a strong emotional side to your personality, which I wanted to bring out. And fortunately it was received well. So that was a challenge, and when I look back, I quite like what I did.
How was the experience of acting in that series?
So honestly, I was not up for it.
You were the last choice.
I was the last choice that I had to make, because back then, I mean, now things have changed over a decade, but back then people were not comfortable to portray such characters. The character that I played was obviously extremely intimidating, loud, full of himself, and that's not me. So don't look at me like that. But the thing was that no actor wanted to play a pansy gay character.
Okay.
People were still okay to play like, पता नहीं चलना चाहिए कि वो gay है. And
Macho.
yeah, but the thing is that there are gay people in the society who we see and we know are, effeminate, and that's absolutely fine. But it was not fine for them, and probably I respect their decision that they need to make for their career. But I wanted my character like that, and I landed up playing it.
Did you receive any backlash on it?
I didn't actually. I received a lot of love and a lot of appreciation, and I'm so happy that it reached out correctly. A lot of people came out to their families after watching our show. A lot of letters came by, a lot of emails came by, and it was a very different experience for me. It was very encouraging, because I thought that that project created value in the society. And if as an artist you can create value in the society, there's nothing bigger than that. There's no bigger reward than your project changing somebody's life. And that's the best thing that can happen.
We have people coming out after watching your series, like a biggest win that anyone
That was because back then it was not legal.
Yeah. So, were you expecting some kind of backlash after that?
Yeah, I was.
You were?
Yeah, I was prepared for anything.
But it was like overwhelming to not receive
It was, yeah. I mean, obviously the technical aspects of the series were not strong in terms of maybe, I don't want to kind of point out one aspect, but it was made in one house with a 5D camera and with a budget of less than, the entire show was made in a budget of less than 10 lakhs. So
How many days did it take?
I think it took around 10 days to make 9 episodes.
Okay.
And we had to pull in a lot of favors for that, yeah.
Alright. So probably like 1/10 of your budget went into food only at that particular point of time.
Maybe, but not really. It did go into more into music and stuff, but and lights and lightmen and all of that. But rest, everybody was, there was nobody who was not paid. Everybody was paid something.
Anything new coming up from your end?
I'm hoping. There's nothing definite.
Are you writing something?
Yeah, I am.
Have you written something?
Yes.
Okay. So, like when you try and direct something, so obviously you have characters in your mind that you would want a certain actor to play because you know these people. So do you ask them for collaboration?
Oh God. So actually, honestly, collaboration is one word that I hate.
Yeah.
There is a difference. If somebody is in desperate need and they don't have the financial backing, I completely uh, sympathize with them, and that's okay. I don't like really judge them, but I'm extremely sorry when you have people who are working very well in the industry. They are moving around in luxury cars, and they are spending like lakhs on their other aspects of probably hanging out and going for a vacation, and when they call up a photographer, or it could be even a stylist, a makeup artist, or a videographer, or anyone for a collaboration, and that's extremely tragic, because you are expecting somebody to work for you for free, whereas you're going to actually probably land up making money out of it, because on every post that they post on Instagram, their reach goes up, and when their reach is high, brands pay them higher when they do brand collabs, which are obviously paid. They're not like collabs, but they expect a team of people to work for them for free, which is very disappointing, and a lot of people do that, and honestly, I don't like it.
So you get requests for collaboration?
Yeah, I do.
Like, you are such a big name in the industry right now. I don't think so that you will be benefiting out of anything.
I don't.
If you collaborate with them.
I don't. And honestly, when I do certain collaborations for certain people, it does not even feel like charity.
Yeah,
because they have the money. So I would just like to say that if you want me to do charity, then you can text me for collaboration. If you think that you deserve charity, actually collaboration should become charity now. Like, they should say that we want you to do charity, so please click our pictures for free. It's very sad. Honestly, it's very sad, because we are putting in our time, effort, our thoughts behind it, and every artist should get paid for at least the effort that they're putting towards creating something with you. So collaborations are great when, for example, there is a concept that you want to work on together. Like today, if you tell me that, I am thinking of this concept, does that excite you as a photographer? I appreciate that approach. But if you're telling me that I just need photos for my Instagram and will you click me for free, then, I'm like, just kiss my ass,
So like, they just shoot you a DM that...
yeah, they do.
And
most of them are like, this is so-and-so from this artist team. That's actually that artist only. Mm-hmm. But they're just saying that I'm calling from that team. And it's not, if you have the money for the team and everything, then fucking pay for the shoot also, no?
So this collaboration era has just started. It was not...
No, it started like when Instagram only started, pretty much back then. See, when there is a new photographer who wants to create his portfolio and profile, and an artist, whatever, manager or whoever it is, texts them, it makes sense. But when somebody's been working for, a fairly good amount of time, then, it's a little unfair. They don't work for free in serials and in web series and movies that they do. So then why do they expect the other person to work for free?
So in the initial days, this collaboration work was less. Like, people were...
That when I started, there was no Insta.
Okay.
But the approach used to be different, because obviously I wanted to explore my skills, and I would reach out to people, or they would reach out to me. And if I thought that I could do something about it, or whatever, then we used to shoot together, and it used to benefit both of us, because people do need pictures very frequently. So those models used to get the pictures, and I used to get to learn something new. So that was a collaboration. But if you're telling me that, just click my pictures because I'm going for an event and this and that, and all of that does not work.
So do you have any artist who's like your favorite because you would want to work with him, her, anytime, and whenever you work with them, it feels like you have...
Oh, I have a lot of them.
Like,
Not one. I have a lot of them, honestly. Like, I love working with Shweta Tiwari. I love working with Divya Agarwal. It's just a lot of fun, and I really love them as people. Tina is my very good friend. I love working with her. There are so many of them.
You collaborate with them?
See, I'll tell you what happens is that when I say collaboration, it's not like, I understand the fact that, it's been taken care of in some form or the other. Okay. Maybe not immediately, but eventually, yes. And by working with the names that I mentioned, I have only grown as an artist, and I creatively, I gel with them. So I don't have a problem. And they respect me, they respect my art, and I appreciate that. So it's not about collaborating with them. Like today, if you tell me also that, click my picture and stuff like that, if it's something that I really want to do, I don't mind doing it. But if it's just something very random, then it's not going to make any sense, right?
How would you rate yourself as an actor out of 10?
I don't know, because that is something that others should do, right?
Were you able to watch yourself on
Yeah, I
in the
was.
series?
I was able to watch myself.
And you didn't find yourself cringe or something like that?
I did. In certain scenes, I did. But
You thought it could have been better.
yeah, I thought it could have been better.
But isn't that the like lifelong process where you like learn from your mistakes and then you move on from it?
But that eventually happens if that is a profession that I want to pursue.
I think now you should go and.
Now you're being like
some
very,
characters
you know,
or
you're
something
being
like
one of those that, oh, now you lost weight, now you should become an actor. ऐसा तो नहीं होता
I'm
ना.
not just saying, but that these
I've
are what the
not
requirements
learned it.
are.
I don't know what to do. I really don't know. See, by default, I have a lot of expressions on my face.
lot.
Yeah, I do. But that is not, I mean, that's not the main thing, I think, you know. I mean, if I need to act, I need to learn and I need to groom myself to be able to perform. Because it's unfair if I don't do that. And I don't know if I'm up for it. I don't know if I have the time for it.
In your any upcoming series, do you think that there are any characters that you would want to play, or you?
I don't know. It just has to be bitchy.
That's very natural for you, right?
Yeah, I think it comes easily.
So, do you have any of your fondest shoot memories that you have had, like some crazy shoot that you have had?
So I've actually tried a lot of stuff, but what I've really liked in the recent work that I've done was, you know, a calendar that I did 2 years back. I think it released in 2023. We shot it in 2022 end, and we kind of didn't have any much makeup and hair for, you know, the artists who were a part of it. It was shot in zone of an era that I really loved, of Rishikesh Mukherjee and of Shyam Benegal.
Okay.
So we had a lot of vintage going on, which I did do again recently. But that time I really loved it because when I saw the output, I found a new me in it. And that's what I really liked, because I personally didn't know that I could, you know, click such simple pictures, and everybody really appreciated it. A lot of people were inspired by it, and they tried to do similar shoots, which is good. And I loved it. It is one of the most timeless shoots that I've done, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly while doing it, and it remains with me even today.
Talking about the fact that you found yourself in that shoot, are there any point of time in your life where you have had creative blockages?
Yeah, I recently did actually. That's why this year I didn't even do my calendar, because I didn't know what to do and I was very confused. I was very critical about my own self. I was like, what am I doing? The same old shit like every day. It was becoming so mechanical in nature. And I was kind of bogged down by, I don't know what, but I was not able to break it. And I didn't feel like clicking. I didn't feel like shooting anyone. I was avoiding work. And I would wake up in the morning not wanting to even see a picture.
Okay.
And at that point I said that if I do a calendar again, it'll be very mechanical. I'll lie to myself. And I mean, the only thing that I've learned is to be honest. And that was being dishonest. I mean, everything was in place that calendar could have happened.
So are you like out of this rut now, out of the creative blockage?
Yeah, I am. I'm better than what I was a few months back. I'm still getting a grip over myself. And I know that, you know, it's just about an image that I click that will change everything again. So that excitement of wanting to get up in the morning and, you know, go for a shoot and work on certain pictures was not there. Like I can say from last year September to probably Feb this year, but then it kind of started coming back, and I don't know why that happened, but it's happened, and it's okay. I mean, I think that's a part of anything that we do in a creative space.
Don't you have realized that you are very honest to your work, which I personally find that is lacking with this current generation. Do you think the same?
I don't know, because I don't know the challenges that they face. I know what I can do, but telling somebody else to do what they should be doing is, unless they're working with me, is not appropriate, because I don't know where they're coming from and what are the financial challenges and what are the support systems that they have, because everybody does not support Your family always does not end up supporting you when you want to come into this profession. So I don't know what they're going through and why they're doing certain things that they have to do. So it's unfair to kind of comment on that, but I just always believe that an artist, be it even a model, an actor, or photographer, someone who's even in front of the camera or behind the camera, should always have their individual style. Because unless that comes through, nobody will know that it's your work. So today, if you scroll through, Insta or any other social media, mostly people have been telling me that they know when a picture is shot by me. And that's what makes sense to me. And that's what I've been working for. So people should be able to recognize your art without seeing your logo or label on it. So that is important, and I think that's what they should strive for. And if they do that, then obviously they've created a name for themselves.
I mean, you have shot people who were upcoming models 10 years back, and now they are supermodels and even like probably great actors now.
Sure.
Because these lines are always intersect.
Sure.
And you are clicking people who want to be model now as well. Do you think there's a certain either improvement or how do you say deterioration in their skills?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that?
See, the thing is that when somebody is doing their first portfolio and stuff, they are coming in with a lot of new energy, and I need to adapt to that because they're paying me for it, and I need to bring out the best in them, and that's what my aim is. However, the ones who've shot a lot before, they know a lot already, so I can also learn from them, and they can also learn from me. So it's actually creating art is always teamwork. One individual person is not always responsible for it. You have a whole team working on one person to bring out an output which might work. And today, when if I've shot somebody and if they'll end up doing well somewhere, I do pat my own back also, because I feel that okay, I was a part of this. Obviously, the credit goes to that individual, but being a small part in whatever way I could have been, it makes me feel good, and I do feel proud about it.
But having said that, I personally feel that because of social media and easy access to internet, people are more stylish now. Their clothing sense have become better. Clothes are cheaper as well nowadays.
And maybe not also.
I think that
some people have gone crazy. I don't want to name them, but like people are wearing boxes and roaming around, and
they are abusing liberation, I guess.
But I think that maybe that's their idea of creativity. I shouldn't be so judgmental again on that, but the thing is that it's either ways. I mean, fashion was very good even back then. People used to dress up well all the time. I mean, obviously, there is an evolution of fashion and trends that come by, but some of them are classic, and a white shirt with blue denims has always worked.
But then I think that now when you step in a cafe, you'll find like out of the entire population, 80% of the population would be well dressed, which was quite rare when I was a kid, to be honest. When I used to go there were people sitting in normal jean shirts and everything. Now they have like they know how to style it. Earlier, styling was not a trait only.
Maybe, but it depends on which cafe you're going to. At Lokhandwala, you'll only find people like wearing those tight t-shirts and trying to be like, hey, listen, I'm sitting here, get me some freaking work. That's the point of going to a cafe there.
That's absolutely fine. Are you into any sports?
So I wasn't much into sports, but since the past 1.5 years, I've been doing Mudgar, and I'm enjoying that, if you can term that as a sport, but it's a physical activity that I've been very excited about.
Do you think any sport that excites you, even adventure sports or something like that?
Yeah. I like to see, but I don't know if I can do it. So I love watching cricket. I also love watching football. And I think like art is more of my medium than sport is.
Because I remember during the COVID days when lockdown happened, so everyone of my childhood friends and everyone were around me. So we used to go and play cricket in our colonies, everything. So
you were lucky.
That brought out my inner sports person again, and I am thinking to keep that way only.
COVID just brought out an alcoholic in me.
So was it a hard time for you?
It was, because I lost my dad around that time, and I was very stressed, and I did land up getting COVID 4 times. So, I mean, I think COVID loved me more than anybody else in the world.
You are a good host.
I am a good host. Try me.
So, one advice that you would want to give your younger self?
According to me, uh, leaving aside the facts of body positivity and being happy in your own skin and all of that, health is most important. And obesity is not body positivity. Obesity is actually it's a disease which can uh, limit your life to extents that you can't imagine. And I wish I understood this much earlier because it would have been slightly easier than what it is now. I'm not saying that, I am going through hell, but it would have been easier when I was younger. I did lose weight even when I was younger and I gained all of it back. But I would just say stick to it. I mean, rest, I don't have a complaint about anything that, I did as a child because that's what made me who I am today. But that is one regret that I have, that I wish I started when I was younger. And unfortunately, I couldn't. But like I said earlier, that it's never too late to, do something.
That's a beautiful advice.
Yeah.
So I've just realized that you are a man of layers. You have a lot of layers, and if we dig deep into
Some
them,
layers have gone.
but we realize that you're very insightful. So on that note, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on Beyond Boundaries.
Thank you for having me.